Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, it's a while, for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with my Montreal Expos historical gameplay. It's not a challenge, just playing for fun. Alright, so today we are going to be facing the Houston Astros for a 3-game series at Olympic Stadium. So we are going to be at home. Hopefully that's going to bring us some luck. The Astros look pretty good. They are 32-23 so far this year. We are 24-30. 13 and a half games behind the New York Mets. So yeah, it won't come easy, that's for sure. We did take 2 games out of 3 from the Cubs. I was kind of surprised about that. Cubs have a pretty solid team, but we did play pretty good. Played a couple tight games, and then Frank Castillo pitched really well in the 3rd game of the series, and we just couldn't do anything. Then we kind of started to rally in the 9th inning. Sorry, I was gonna say 3rd period. Wrong sport. It happens all the time, sadly. So 9th inning, we kind of started kind of a comeback, but we ran out of time. If I remember correctly, Ron Gant made like a really good diving catch in left field, and then that was pretty much it. So today we are facing the Astros. Like I said, we're going to be facing a lefty, Danny Young. He has some pretty good stats here, so yeah, probably not going to be all that easy. Alright, and Danny Young only played like 4 games in the majors in his career in real life, so that's why I'm not super familiar with him. It was in 2000 with the Cubs, so not super familiar with this particular guy. Let's take a look, see if the Astros have a few injuries and everything. They do have Pete Arnish that's hurt, but he's day-to-day, so he may play actually. Yeah, he's not on injured reserve, he's still in the rotation right there. So they have Matt Lawton, Bobby Abreu, Luis Gonzalez, Jeff Bagwell, Steve Finley, Craig Biggio still as a catcher, FP Santangelo, and Mike Blowers. So pretty decent lineup. Yeah, that's especially like from 2 to 6, it's gonna be pretty tough there. There's no easy outs there. And of course, FP Santangelo was a product of the Expos in real life. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, so for game 1, they're going to be sending Matt Lawton, Bobby Abreu, Jeff Bagwell, Luis Gonzalez, Craig Biggio, Steve Finley, Mike Blowers, and FP Santangelo. So that's pretty much that lineup we just looked at, but because it's against lefties, they have kind of a different order there. I think I'm gonna... Let's give a day off to Brett Barbary. He's been not playing all that. He hasn't been playing all that great lately. God, having problems formulating a sentence. All right, so 46. All right, so we're gonna have Lance Blankenship playing 3rd base for that one. Blankenship's bat is not all that great, so we're gonna put him 8 for that game. All right. So I think we're ready. We're sending Jose Rosado. Rosado is also having a pretty good start to the season, so it's going to be a pretty interesting lefty duel on the mound. All right, let's go ahead and get that started. All right, so Matt Lawton gets the Astros started here in the 1st inning, and of course, play ball and go Expos. Hopefully we can take 2 out of 3 from the Astros as well. That would be pretty sweet. Alright, 0-2 to Matt Lawton to get the game started. And that's it to left for a base hit. Alright, so Houston gets on base with the first batter, and that brings up Bobby Abreu. Runner on first, nobody out. 0-1 to Abreu. Lawton is stealing, and he's safe. Alright, so Lawton is now on second with nobody out. 2-2 to Abreu now. Oh, and he struck out looking pretty good. Alright, so that brings up Jeff Bagwell. Pretty good against lefties. 2-2 to Bagwell. Oh, struck out swinging. Awesome. Alright, so Rosado gives up a hit and then strikes out the next two batters. So now there's 2 outs for Luis Gonzalez. 1-2 to Gonzalez. And he struck out swinging. So Jose Rosado struck out the side here after allowing a hit. And Houston gets nothing on the board. Alright, now it's our turn. To face Danny Young, we're going to have Marquise Grissom to start here. 2-2 to Grissom. And he struck out looking. Dang. Next one is the 9-0 to Shields. 2-0 to the Shields. That's it weekly, but that lands fair. So that's a hit for the Shields. And now we have a runner on first with Ivan Calderon, the batter. 1 out. Full count to Calderon. And that's it to left. But right at Gonzalez. So there's 2 outs now. And the Shields cannot advance. So Charles Johnson is our next batter. Full count. And he hits it weakly to center field. Steve Finley is very casual. Oh, Abreu, sorry. Bobby Abreu was very casual about it, and he just caught the ball, so we get a hit as well, but we cannot do anything with it. Alright, Craig Biggio is going to be the first one to bat in the top of the second for Houston. 1-0 to Craig Biggio. Oh, he grounds it through third, and it's really weakly, so it's an infield hit. Blankenship didn't have a play there. Alright, so Biggio at first, nobody out. Steve Finley is the batter now. 1-2 to Finley. And that's it weekly to second. That's another infield hit. Wow. Astros have 2 hits and the ball never left the infield. Right, Mike Blowers is next. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. 2-2. And he struck out swinging. FP Santangelo is next. Oh, that's a double play ball. Come on, come on. Yeah, double play. There you go. Sorry, my throat was bugging me. Alright, I should be better now, hopefully. Alright, Mark Whitten is next. Full count to Mark Whitten in the bottom of the second here. And he strikes out looking. That's not good. Billy Doran is next. Full count on Billy Doran. And he strikes out swinging as well. Well, strikes out as well. Alright, Ray Sanchez is next. 0-1. It's it weekly to the catcher. And that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Astros. Alright, top of the third, Danny Young is going to be the first batter here. 0-2 to Danny Young. And he strikes out looking. 1 out. Matt Lawton is next. 2-2 to Lawton. It's it weakly to center. That's going to be a hit right in front of Grissom. Alright. So Astros have a runner on first. Bobby Abreu is the batter now. 1 out. 1-1 to Abreu. That's it to third. That's also a double play. Alright, so that's 2 innings in a row that we get out of the inning thanks to a double play. Gotta love that. Alright, so Lance Blankenship gets us started in the bottom of the third. 2-2. And he strikes out swinging. Wow. Jose Rosado is next. 3-1 to Rosado. And he hits it to first. And he's out. 2 outs. Marquise Grissom is next. No count on Grissom. Hits it weakly to left. Gonzalez after it. He catches it for the third out. Oh, that's another 1-2-3 inning here. We're not... that's 2 games in a row that we're having problems generating any kind of offense. Jose Rosado is going to face Jeff Bagwell here in the 4th inning. Full count on Bagwell. And he walks. I don't mind that too much. Bagwell is a pretty scary bat, especially against lefties. There's, you know, the first base is open. I understand there's no outs or anything, but yeah. Alright, so Luis Gonzalez is next. No count. And that's it to left. Calderon after it. And he catches it. 1 out. Craig Biggio is next. 1-2 to Biggio. That's it to third. And that's another double play. That's 3 innings in a row that we get a double play to get out of trouble. That's pretty awesome. Pretty good defense there. Hey, FJ. How you doing? Right, the Shields is getting us started here in the 4th inning. 3-2. And he walks. Alright, Ivan Calderon is next. Oh yeah? So completely fictional, or are you using like players from different eras and everything? Ivan Calderon. Oh, he's safe. Stolen base. Oh, dang. So you did it completely fictional. I do like playing fictional. So... man, if you're already 36 years in the making, you're probably just simming, right? You're not controlling a team. 3-1 to Calderon. Oh, no, that's going to be cut by Gonzalez in left. And now there's 1 out. We do have a runner on second, and he has speed. It's the Shields. So Charles Johnson is next, 2-0. That's it to second base. Matt Lawton with the throw. All right, 2 outs. The Shields makes it to third. Yeah, I have a completely different approach with my fictional league. I create the league and then I play the first year because there's no history, but I do play with the ratings for the first year so that I have a little bit of an idea, and after the first year I turn ratings off and I play with just stats and try to figure it out from there. It's a mess. I love it like that. I'm weird, I know. Alright, Mark Whitten, 1-2 to Whitten. It's it to second. And he's out, so we couldn't capitalize on the runner on third. All right, so Rosado is pitching yet again really well. He's gonna face Steve Finley here. 1-1 to Finley. So my latest fictional league, my number 1 and 2 pitchers, my number 1 and 2 starters are both finalists for the Cy Young. Well, it's not called the Cy Young, obviously, but like I have no offense. I barely hit any home runs. My team total has maybe 16 stolen bases, but man, my pitching is awesome. All right, so runner on first, nobody out. Mike Blowers is the batter. 1-0 to Blowers. Oh, that's it to center. That's gonna be trouble. And Finley's going to third, and he makes it there. Okay. Oh, that's pretty solid. That's definitely pretty solid. So in the 90s, I'm guessing you're gonna take the worst team in your universe and you're gonna try to build them from the basement up. At least that's my guess on what you're gonna do. Right, FP Santangelo. Oh yeah, there's gonna run scoring here. That's really well hit. At least that's a triple, maybe. No, okay. Oh wow, the other runner didn't score, so there's only 1 run that scored on that. All right. Yeah, I figured as much. That's what's fun to do. Eventually, I'm gonna do it with a franchise hockey manager as well. I'm gonna create a completely fictional universe. For whatever reason, I'm having more problems doing it and liking it with the hockey version of the game. Alright, we struck out the pitcher, so that's pretty good. Now we need another strikeout would be pretty freaking ideal here. No count on Lawton. Oh, and the runner, that was it straight at the second baseman, so the runner on third didn't score. Yeah, I need to dig my old fictional and create a quick start with that, and maybe I could share it with like with you and with JT Dutch and everything, and see if because I created a universe with 4 different leagues with promotion and delegation and everything. It's completely fictional. I put a lot of time on it to get it right. I spent weeks getting that thing going. It's a lot of fun though. Alright, 2 more runs scored, that's not good. Alright, so the Astros here got alive in the 5th inning. Alright, there's still 2 out. Oh, Jeff Bagwell is coming. 0-2. Oh. Alright. Alright, we need to wake up as well. We need some runs of our own. So Billy Doran's gonna get us started here. 3-1. Oh yeah, that's a ball. So did you just let the game decide the cities and the names, or did you choose some of them yourself? Like, did you decided that it was gonna be the Pittsburgh Irons, or is it all random? Gotcha. You chose all the cities and the names. Wow. I just hit the random button several times and I'm happy with that. Alright, so he attempted to bunt, but he failed. 2-2 to Ray Sanchez. Oh my god, that looks like a double play ball, and it is. Alright, Lance Blankenship is next. Full count to Blankenship. That's it, Weekly. And he's out. Do you have any Canadian teams? Like in Toronto or Montreal or somewhere else? I think I'm going to try to pitch 1 more inning with Rosado. Aside from the 5th, he pitched really well. I guess he's not pitching all that well anymore. He just walked Bagwell again. Now it's Gonzalez at back. 0-1. Oh. And that's a double play. Wow, we had a lot of double plays in that game. Gotcha. Do you choose where? Is it going to be Toronto and Montreal? Craig Biggio, 3-2. It's a too short. And he's out. Alright. I'm gonna pull Rosado. Let's bring Ruben Rivera. Oh, and 2 to Rivera. And he struck out swinging. 1 out. Marquise Grissom is next. Grounds it to second. 2 outs. The Shields is next. Full count. Oh, that's it well. Alright, that's going to be extra bases for the Shields here. Calgary, that's interesting. So the team that I took over when I created my latest, the Pro Rel universe was Edmonton. So I I've been the manager for Edmonton with those two awesome pitchers. The Edmonton Twins. Right, Ivan Calderon is next. Calderon is 0 for 2. That's very unlike him. 3-1 to Calderon. That's it. Weekly to third. And he's out. Let's go with Gabe White. Maybe he's gonna be able to give me 2 innings. I got it. I understand. You didn't want to give it fancy names, kind of like it used to be in the NHL, like in the 80s with the Wales division and the Clarence Campbell. Mike Blowers is next 0-2. Oh, he struck out looking. That was beautiful. FP Santangelo is next, 2-1 to Santangelo. Grounds it to third. Blankenship with a throw, and he's out. Alright, we're still down 3-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. We only have 2 hits to our names. Danny Young is just toying with us. That changes here with Charles Johnson. Full count to Johnson. And he hits it weakly to second. So it's not really changing. Yeah, that's absolutely plausible. I mean, that's how it is in real life. Oh, they are bringing a reliever. Frank Speak is now going to be the pitcher for Houston. Witten the batter, 3-1 to Mark Witten. That's going to be extra bases. That's it in the corner. And that's a double for Witten. Alright, so we might be able to do something here. Billy Darren's the next batter with Mark Witten at second. 1 out, 2-2. Oh, and he struck out. The New Orleans Pelicans, huh? Why is it your favorite team? What makes it that it... Oh yeah, that would be very tedious. Okay. Mark McLemore is going to be the pinch hitter here for the Astros. 3-1 in the top of the 8th. Okay. Well, you chose all of the logos. Did you chose all of the logos and colors as well? Or did you just went with... Because they have a bunch of fictional stuff. Did you just go with that? 3-2 to Lawton. Oh, God. That's an infield hit. Alright, so runners on first and second. Nobody out. Bobby Abreu's the batter, 1-0. That's it. And that's a hit. Alright, and they add to their lead. It's now 4-0. Man, it must have taken you... yeah, that must have taken you a long time to get that all set up. Whenever I spend that much time setting up a league and everything, I save it as a quick start so that if I want to revisit it later, I don't have to redo all of the work. That's usually a pretty good thing to do. Alright, so we get out of the inning with a double play and a strikeout, but the Astros do add 1 run to their lead. It is now 4-0 Houston here. Going in the bottom of the 8th, we have not been doing anything. Alright, Blankenship is going to be the batter here. 2-2 against Xavier Hernandez. And he struck out. Who do I guess I'll go with Mark Davis. Alright, no count to Davis. And he hits it weakly to right. Steve Finley after it, and he's out. I see. I see. Kind of a name that would fit if the stadium was in Quebec City as well, huh? Alright. Let's pitch an inning with Rick Mahler here. 0-2 to Craig Biggio. Oh, he struck out, but the ball rolls. Oh, we got him at first. Took Charles Johnson a second to get to it. I thought he was going to be safe. Steve Finley is next. No count on Finley. And he's out. Since it's in New Orleans, I guess you could also have called the stadium Jumbo Shrimp Stadium or something. I think I'm funny. Alright, so the inning is over here for the Astros. Rick Mahler pitching a lot better in relief than he did as a starter. Alright, well, if we want to win this game, that's gonna need to start now with the Shields at bat. 0-1 to the line with the Shields. A weak grounder to first, and he's out. 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Cad around his next. One and one. Well, you could cheat, I guess. You could call Montreal the Islanders. That, you know, Montreal is a huge island. So. Oh, is that a error or a... No, it's a single. Okay. I-L-E. Well, it's I with I don't know how it's called in English, but that accent on top. I-L-E. Mark Witten is next. The Isles. I guess it can be that, or, you know, if you want to be funny, because a lot of people think that, you know, Canadians are all lumberjacks, you could always call them the Montreal Lumberjacks or something. Alright, that was not a very good game. We couldn't get anything going. That's 2 games in a row that we're having issues generating offense. So Frank Castillo of the Cubs really took it to us last game, and Danny Young was exceptional in this game, and we just couldn't get anything going here today either. Alright, so Albert Bell, it's safely in his 32nd game against Seattle. Alright, and Jamie Navarro blanks Oakland in a 10-0 game. Gave up 4 hits and 2 walks. And in Vancouver, since it's by the sea and everything, maybe you could call them the Navigators or something that has to do with boats, or just the Vancouver Boats. Alright, so we're gonna get ready for game 2 here against the Astros. First game didn't go very well. We were limited to 4 hits, couldn't put anything together. Oof, I'm not sure what Calgary is famous for. I've never been to Calgary. I think I'm afraid Google might be your friend for that one. I think it's similar to Edmonton. I think like they have oil and stuff, but I'm not sure. All right. Okay, so we're facing the Astros again. We're gonna be facing Paul Branconnier. He never pitched in the major leagues in real life, but in my universe this year he's 3-3. Okay, so it looks like he's a contact type of pitcher. He doesn't have a lot of walks and strikeouts for the amount of innings he's pitched. Ah, that works. The Alabama Wizards. Probably would have called them the Alabama Trappers or something. The Hunters. Alright, Alright, let's get going. So we're going to be facing Paul Branconnier. We're going to be sending Miguel Batista. Gonna make a few changes here. Let's give Tony Pena a start. I try to rest Charles Johnson where I can. Plus, Charles Johnson has not been playing all that well lately. And I think I'm going to play Todd Haney at short for Ray Sanchez. There you go. Let's go like this and see what happens. Alright, so the Astros are going to go with Matt Lawton, Bobby Abreu, Luis Gonzalez, Jeff Bagwell, Steve Finley, FP Santangelo, Mike Blowers, and John Messarelli as the catcher. So they are giving Craig Biggio a day off here. Alright, and of course, Branconnier is the starter today. Alright, so play ball. Matt Lawton gets the Houston Astros started. 1-0 to Lawton. So why did you go with the Wizards for Alabama? Oh, that's it. Well, but Calderon gets the ball. 1 out. Bobby Abreu is next. 2-2 to Abreu. Oh, and he gets drilled. Luis Gonzalez is next. Runner on first, 1 out, no count. And he hits it to center, and Grissom gets it. That's 2 outs. Runner on first. Jeff Bagwell is next. So his stats are still his ratings, I should say, are still pretty good against righties, but not as scary as they are against lefties. And it's it pretty weakly to left. Calderon after it, and he catches the ball. And we have 3 outs. I get you. I can understand that. Honestly, I'm probably one of the very few people who like the dynamic evolution stuff on. Like, I just leave that on and I just kind of let my universe, you know, expand randomly and everything. Kind of like that. Alright, Delino the Shields is going to be the next batter here for us. 1-2 to the Shields, facing a pitcher that never pitched in the major leagues in real life. And that's a hit. Alright, we're getting started with a single here. Marquise Grissom is next with the Shields at first, 1-0. And the Shields is going. And he's out. Lasai. Grissom hits it really weakly to left. And Gonzalez catches that for the second out. Calderon is next. Full count to Calderon. And he walks. That brings up Mark Whitten next. 2-2 Whitten. Oh, he rounds it too short. And the inning is over. We get a hit, but nothing else. So it's still nothing coming into the top of the second. Steve Finley is the batter. 1-0 to Finley. Grounds it to second. 1 out. FP Santangelo is next. 3-2. Grounds it to short. And he's out. Mike Blowers is next. Full count. And he walks. John Massarelli is next. 1-0 to Massarelli. That's it to right, but right at Mark Whitten. So the inning is over. Oh, yeah, the Abs are playing today, like in a couple hours or something. So you must be pumped to watch that. Brett Barbery is the next batter. Oh my god, that's funny. That's basically what my fictional league with the 4 leagues that I said is called. It's called the Premier Baseball League. It's PBL. That's so funny. You just like didn't put the words in the same order. Bill Duran is the first batter here. Oh, he's not the first batter. Then Todd Haney with 2 outs, 1 and 2. Oh, I bet you are. Playoffs can be fun until, you know, your hopes are crushed. I swear that it's the name of my universe. And then I have what did I name? I don't even remember. But anyway. It's been a while. I haven't since I started to stream this. I haven't really touched my fictional universe. Maybe I need to. All right, Matt Lawton gets a hit to right here. Bobby Abreu is... oh. Alright, so Lawton stole second, but we got a pop fly here, so there's 2 outs. Luis Gonzalez is next, 1 and 2. Oh, that's it to right, but... oh, it falls in. Alright, so run scores. It's 1-0 for Houston. So for the second game in a row, Houston gets the lead here. Alright, so Bagwell, 2 outs, runner on first, no count. Oh, he's going, and he's safe. So Gonzalez steals, full count to Bagwell. Oh, so that's 2 hit. Bautista has hit 2 batters. He's gonna get ejected. 2-0 to Finley, that's a hit again. Another run's gonna score. Yeah, actually, I think I got that reversed. I called my universe World Baseball Association, and the top league in my 4-league structure is the Premier Baseball League. Alright, so we get out of the inning, but the Astros score twice, so they are yet again in the lead, 2-0 here. We're having issues with our offense lately, that's 3 games in a row here. So full count to Pena. He grounds it to short and he's out. How many subdivisions do you have again? So is that like 4 teams plus a wild card, or is it 6 teams plus a wild card? You have 27 teams. 3. Okay, so you have 7 teams getting. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a little messy. Did Miguel Batista just hit a home run? He sure as fuck did. I'm gonna swear on camera because Miguel Batista hit a home run. That's pretty surprising. So in a complete stupor of mine, I've let a swear word out. Wow. Alright, so Miguel Batista gets us on the board here. It's a 2-1 game now. Delano the Shields is next, 2-2 to the Shields. And he hits it. That's really high, but not really deep, so he's out. Marquise Grissom is going to be the next batter. 0-1 to Grissom. Oh, that's it. Well, that's going to be extra bases for Marquise. Yeah, but do you know how many, baseball fan purists are upset about so many teams in the playoffs? Gotta think about the fans too, man. Gotta think about the fans. Although since you have had that since the beginning of your league, they don't know any better, I guess. So I guess you're fine. Alright, so Ivan Calderon is next, 1-0. Oh, Ivan, you missed out on a pretty good opportunity here. Alright, so we do score a run on a very unlikely home run by Miguel Batista. And it is a 2-1 game for the Astros here going into the top of the 4th. Alright, so Mike Blowers is going to be first, 1-2. And he strikes out. John Massarelli is next, 3-1 to Massarelli. And he walks. Paul Branconnier is next, no count. He's trying to bunt, but he misses. Yeah. Oh, what is your stance on, since we're talking about purists, what is your stance about the DH situation? Alright, so the sacrifice works. There's 2 outs now. Now Matt Lawton is next. So did you put the DH in every league in your universe then? Gotcha. Okay. I prefer no DH personally. It's probably because I grew up watching a National League team, so that's what I know best. But I like the moments that it can bring, like, Miguel Batista hitting a home run. That's kind of cool, so. Alright, so Withen with the pop fly here. Brett Barbary is next. Oh, 3-0 to Barbary, and he hits a little fly to center, and he's out. Alright, Beatty Darn, come on, Beatty. Full count. Another weak fly, but wow. We are having problems making good contact with the ball. I might have to get up and go get some water soon here. Yeah, pretty much everything that Bartolo Colon was doing was pretty cool. He pitched for the Expos for a while. Well, not for very long, but we did have him as a pitcher for a while. Alright, Luis Gonzalez is the next batter here. 2-2 to Luis Gonzalez. And he struck out. Jeff Bagwell is next. 2-0 to Bagwell. Oh, that's a terrible hit to swing at. A terrible pitch to swing at, sorry. Todd Aney. Come on, man. 1-0. That's it. That's a hit. There you go. All right, Tony Pena is next. 3-1. Oh, that's a double play ball, and it is. Yikes. All right, Batista is next. Maybe he's gonna hit another home run. 0-2. Nah, he struck out this time. Yeah, I'll do that after I'm done with my stream here. After I'm done losing to the Astros, I should say. All right, full count to Finlay. Grounds it to first to Doran, and he's out. FP Santangelo is next, 3-2. Oh, that's a hit. That's gonna be extra bases too, all the way in the corner and left. That's a double for FP Santangelo. Mike Blowers is the next batter, 1-2. That's another hit. Uh-oh. They're gonna score on that. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Alright, so runner on first and third, there's one out, so a double play ball here would be pretty sweet. 0-1. Oh, we got the double play. Yes. Alright, so let's see here. Bottom of the sixth. We don't have a whole lot going on for us, but we're still only one run away, so that's the good news. Alright, full count to the Shields. It's at weakly to left. Marquise Grissom is next. 1-1 to Grissom. Come on, man. Oh, that's it pretty good. And that's it pretty out. Alright, tied game. Marquise Grissom with the solo blast here. Grissom was definitely one of my favorite players on the Expos around that time frame. I really like Grissom. Alright, so tied at 2 here. In the bottom of the 6th, one out. Ivan Calderon is next. 1-2 to Ivan. That's it to right. And oh, that's another home run. And all of a sudden we're ahead 3-2. Oh yeah. The Astros don't know what's going on here. God, did my sim jumped in 2021 with all those home runs I'm hitting and everything? I scored 3 runs and I hit 3 home runs in this game. Alright, Mark Whitten is next, 2-2. That's it to center. I think that the draft is mid-season because it coincides with the end of the high school / college seasons. I think that's why, because it's always like at the start of June, so I'm pretty sure that's why they do it there at that time. Alright, so Brett Barbery is the next batter. There's 2 outs now. 3-2. That's it to center with some carry, but Abreu gets it. Alright, so all of a sudden we're on top here. Let's see if we can get another inning out of Miguel Batista. So Junior Felix is now the pinch hitter for the Astros, 1-2. Hits it to right, Whitten after it. Oh god, he didn't catch it. Thankfully, Junior Felix only makes it to first. Matt Lawton is next, 1-0. Another error. That's That's 2 streams in a row where in an inning, I get 2 errors on 2 plays. Alright, so runners on first and second, nobody out. Bobby Abreu is next, 3-1. And the bases are juiced now thanks to all those errors. And 1. Oh, God. I see. Yeah, then, yeah, you're doing things different, so I guess that makes sense. 1 and 2 to Bagwell. Oh, my God. Okay, he struck out. Now I'm gonna bring Kerrigan. Alright, so... Oh! Now they're bringing in Richie Sexton as a pinch hitter. That guy has a lot of power. I'm gonna have to live with it. Maybe with some luck. Nope, no such thing as some luck. Yikes. I think he's emptying the... What are you doing? Yeah, he emptied the bases. It is now 6-3 Houston. FP Santangelo is next, 1-0. Alright, there's 2 outs now. Alright, so shortly after we took a 3-2 lead, the Astros explode with 4 runs in the 7th inning. It is now 6-3 Astros. They are now bringing in Brian Ricard. Hey, Jero Nullet, yes, it's been a tough inning. I might have held on to Batista just a little too long, but then again, I got screwed over by the errors, 2 errors in a row. That kind of killed me. I still have a draft. What I did, the way that I made my universe is that teams cannot trade with teams from other leagues. Also, I made the top league a lot more, popular and enticing for the good free agents to want to sign there first. And the salaries are higher. There's more money at the top than on the bottom. But yeah, so each league has their draft pool, and then you cannot trade. So if you're in the bottom league, you cannot trade with a team from the the second league from the top. For example, you can't do that. So the only way that you can do that is to get promoted, and then you can trade with those guys. And then all of the really good free agents are trying for the higher leagues. As opposed to the lower ones and everything, so it kind of dilutes the talent a little bit, but through the draft you can still get some good players. Yes, each league has their own draft. And I might be pinch hitting for Pena, yes. Alright, so Doran is gonna... We'll see what happens here. So let's see what Billy Doran does for us. No count on him. Ugh. And also in my fictional universe, I don't have minors. I use reserve rosters, or else it would just bog down the game too much. Todd Haney is next. Now Todd Haney is 1 for 2. He does have a good average. I'm keeping Todd Haney in. Oh. Alright, so yeah, I might have to try to get something going here. Pena. Now the obvious choice is to go with Charles Johnson, which I think I will do. There's no guarantee I'm making it to the pitcher. Alright, 1-1. Oh boy. We're not doing too good. Okay. I have a bunch of lefties coming. All right, 3-1 to Massarelli. Oh, and he walks. Junior Felix is next, 2-1. Oh. We just get the lead runner, no double play this time, but at least we get one out here. Now we just need for Matt Lawton to hit into a double play. 3-2 to Lawton. Oh, he struck out. Didn't even... That was like right dead in the middle. Bobby Abreu is next. 3-2 to Abreu. That's... oh... I thought that maybe it was gonna be an infield single. It was not, thankfully. Alright. That's where I wish I had a left bat on the bench, you know. I wish that my previous GM wouldn't have traded John Vanderwall away. That would have been the perfect guy to be my pinch hitter as a left bat. Oh, Rivera with the hit. We're not going to complain too much. Oh. That's a triple. Oh ho. All right. So Rivera with the triple. We're going to count our blessings here. So now hopefully we can score him without recording an out. That would be the ideal situation here because we still need 3 runs and we're starting to run out of outs. So the Shields is next. Full count to the Shields. That's it to right, and that's a hit. Awesome. Alright, so Rivera scores on that. It's 6-4, folks. We might have a comeback on our hands. Now Grissom already homered in that game. He's 2 for 3, 1-1. That's it to left, but yeah, that one is not deep enough. So there's 1 out. That's a wasted out. The runner doesn't even advance. It brings up Calderon, 1 for 2 with the blast, of course. 1-0. That's it to right, and that's gonna be caught. God, again, we're not advancing the runners. Come on, guys. Now, of course, hard-hitting Mark Whitten could tie the game with 1 swing. He only has 5 home runs this season. That's not a whole lot for him. Maybe he's due. 2-0. Nope, just a little grounder to second instead. Alright, we do score a run, so we're only 2 runs behind now. Yes, go Expos for sure. I was a big Expos fan as a kid. I've been to Olympic Stadium many times, even though it was a 3-hour drive from my hometown. What are they coming with? I probably want to send Ondorf. Oh no, Ondorf is really tired, so I'm not gonna send him. Let's send Mahler again. He pitched pretty decent last game. Alright, so Luis Gonzalez is a left-handed bat, but after that they have righties. Alright, 3-2 to Luis Gonzalez. And he struck out. Wow, Rick Mahler is not too bad as a reliever. Now as a starter, forget it. But as a reliever, he's been okay. Alright, so Jeff Bagwell is next. Full count to Bagwell. Oh, that's a hit. That was close to Mahler's head, too. Yeah, it that hurt when that happened. I was pretty heartbroken. I've been without a team since. I'm not really cheering for any particular team since, but I can definitely understand the sentiment behind that for sure. Right, Craig Biggio is next. Ooh, 3-0. And he walks. FP Santangelo. Then they have a couple more righties. Alright, that's cut by the Shields. There's 2 outs. Okay, we just need 1 more out. Come on, Rick, you can do it. Oh god. And he loads the bases. Mahler can't do it. I'm gonna bring in John Doris. He's been pitching a little bit better lately. 1 and 2. Oh. Oh. That's where my favorite saying comes in play. Without bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. Alright, so 2 and 2 to Massarelli. And he struck out. Alright, but we managed to throw a wild pitch before that happened. So it is now 7-4 for the Astros. They're bringing in John Abian. It's their closer, I believe. Yes, yes it is. Alright, so Brett Barbary. That's the... No, there's one more after that. Although I'm gonna take like a 2-second break. I'm gonna need to go get water. I got through my iced tea pretty fast. So after that game, I'm gonna go get a bottle of water real quick. But yeah, there's one more game after that. Hopefully we can rebound in that one. We lost the first one, 4-0. We couldn't generate anything offensively. Oh boy. Alright, Billy Doran is next. 2-1 for Doran. Oh god. I'm gonna keep Haney in. I mean, I don't have anybody that's better on the bench. That's as sad as it is. So, and he struck out swinging. Alright, so that's 2... Well, technically that's 3 losses in a row because I lost the last game against the Cubs and now I've lost the first 2 games. Yeah, they're a little old at that point. They're not all that dominant in my save anymore. Actually, I think Dawson might have retired at the end of the last season. I'm not sure. All I remember is he wasn't very happy in Chicago. Alright, so we did try, but yeah, that 7th inning killed us. Those 2 errors on 2 plays really killed us. So 39 home runs is the new record. Oh, do you play with the... In your universe, do you have the stats to reflect the era that it's in? So, like, did you have, like, 1900 era stats for 1900s, or how does that work? Okay, gotcha. I remember the Twins being... that there were talks about the Twins as well around the same time. I do remember that. Obviously, with your name tag, you're a Twins fan, and you just said that. You just said as much. But, yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that part. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... advance that. Wow, Albert Bell is unstoppable. 33 straight games for Albert Bell with a hit there. What a season for him. Right, so I'm gonna advance 1 day. Oh, Tom Candiati is done for the season. Alright, so Tom Candiati playing for Cleveland. He's 36 now. Torn rotator cuff. Yeah, he's done. 11 months. See you next year. And then there's been a trade, the Padres trade. I hope Jaron Mullet didn't leave to go make a sandwich just yet. That's his team. All right, remember several weeks. Okay, San Diego and Pittsburgh made a trade, so Brad Owens and Trey Beeman and Joe Biasucci go to the Pirates for Rick Reed. So Rick Reed is definitely the name I recognize the most. I think I remember Trey Beeman, maybe not. Yeah, he did play shortly. That's what I thought. He did play shortly in the majors, so I remember that name. I don't quite remember Gio Biasucci. Yeah, he never played in the major. That would be why. And then Brad Owens. Yeah, he never played in the majors either. Alright, so I did remember that name a little bit. Now Rick Reed, I remember a little bit more. He played for more seasons, so now he's with the Padres. I gotcha, FJ. I do the same thing, except that usually with my universe, I would start in 1980. That's the 80s is about right around where I like the baseball eras a little bit, because you had a little bit of everything. You had good pitching, good defense, some power, guys that could hit for average, decent defense. You had a little bit of everything in the 80s, so that's kind of my favorite era for baseball. And with that being said, I will go and get my water bottle, so I'm gonna be right back. Shouldn't take me 5. Oh, that's funny, Twins 34. Whenever if I play, I usually play with the Expos in the 90s, because that's when I started to watch baseball in real life as a kid. But whenever I create a fictional universe, it's always in 1980 for the reasons that I mentioned. And yes, FJ, in 41 years, you can tell me all about your universe. Well, you can tell me about it now. I'm still interested, but yeah, the 80s is pretty much my favorite era for that. All right. Oh, we're about to get Willie Green back. That's gonna help. That's a left bat. I don't have many of those, and he has some pop in his bat as well. Yeah. That beer can, yeah, that's only water. I don't drink much anymore. I used to drink all the time. I'm guessing that's what you're referencing to, but maybe not. I don't know. All right, let's get going with game 3. That's gonna be against Pete Arnish. Now Arnish is hurt. He has he's hurt in his wrist too. Hopefully it's his throwing wrist, so we can get some decent balls to it. Looks like it's been a little not tough, but not easy either for Pete Arnish. Not that great of a record or anything. He's gonna face Oil Can Boyd. Oil Can Boyd was pretty good against the Cubs in my last stream, so hopefully he can go ahead and do something good as well today. All right. I'm gonna try to give a couple days off to some of my guys. Barbary is really struggling. I'm giving him another day off to think about it. I think I'm gonna try to bat Haney second. I find it a little dangerous. His ratings are not that good, but he does it for 304 this year. Although it's not that many at bats and everything. Yeah, let's see if that's gonna be good enough to beat the Astros for this game. Astros are gonna go with Bobby Abreu, Mark McLemore, Luis Gonzalez, Jeff Bagwell, Jr., Felix, Craig Biggio, FP Santangelo, and Mike Blauer. So they're sitting a couple. They're sitting Matt Lawton and Steve Finley. All right, let's see if we can beat them. I hope we can. I'd like to be able to get at least one win against them. Go 1-2 against a really good team. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, my favorite player growing up was not even an Expos player. It was Greg Maddux. I loved watching Greg Maddux play because he wasn't overpowering anybody. It was just smart pitching, and I just loved to watch him pitch. That was my favorite player. Also, I was a pitcher in the little league, so that probably helped. All right. One out here, Billy Doran with the easy put out. So there's one out. 2-1. Oh, that's a hit. Not good. So Mark McLemore gets on base here. There's one out, runner on first. Gonzalez is the batter. No count. Oh, that's a stealing attempt, and he's safe. Looks like we're getting into trouble early in the game again. That's been kind of the thematic against Houston for that 3-game series. All right. Well, Bagwell is on. I mean, I'm not going to change my pitcher, obviously, but God. That should be deep enough to score the run. Yep. Alright, so it's 1-0 Houston already. Junior Felix is next. 1-2. Alright, so Gonzalez steals the base. 2-2 to Felix. And he struck out looking okay. They had one heck of a pitching staff in 91, 92, 93, and pretty much 94 as well. They were pretty good. And of course, it's in 94, 93, 94 that they changed the divisions, and then the Braves were in the same divisions at the Expos, and it looked like they were kicking our butt all the time. But man, I loved watching their pitchers. Well, the Jays did have awesome awesome teams in 92 and 93, and I've said that on, I believe, on stream before as well, but I used to work at a place where my supervisor, his sister is friends with Joe Carter. So when he won the World Series, he sent her a giant poster of himself in the World Series, after that home run with his signature on it. Yeah, so cool for her. Doesn't change anything for me, except that gives me a story to tell, I guess. Alright, Todd Haney is next. Here, come on, Todd. Get us going. That's it to center, but pretty much right at Abreu. Ivan Calderon is next. 3-0 to Calderon. Alright. He walks. And Witten can't do better than just a little fly ball to left, and that is over for this inning for the Expos. Yeah, that's crazy. Jack Morris was also a really good pitcher. Sadly, by the time that I started to watch baseball, he was more towards the end of his career. Alright, 2-2 to Biggio. And he strikes out. That's a bunt from FP Santangelo. So he tried to bunt himself on. Oh god. What's going on there? Either there's a big truck that went through my street, or we're starting to have a storm, and that was thunder. Oh, struck out. There you go. Charles Johnson is next here. 1-2. Oh, struck out swinging. Billy Doran is next. 0-1 to Billy Doran. That's a weak roller. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. He didn't throw. All right, so we are on board with a runner at first. Ray Sanchez is the next batter. 0-2. Yeah, I think it's going to kick things into place a little bit more when Willie Green comes back. He's probably going to be my starter at short instead of Ray Sanchez. Ray Sanchez is good defensively, but he doesn't have a very good bat. Now, Willie Green was his rookie season last year, and he hit, I think 19 home runs. I am originally from Canada, yes. I've been living in the States for 16 or 17 years now. Don't quite remember. Wait, let's see. That would be 16 years if my math is correct, which it might not be, but I think it is. Yeah, I was born and raised in Quebec, in Canada, in a small town, 6,000 people big. But now I live in the Midwest in the US. Alright, Oil Can Boyd. Come on, you can do it, man. Oh. I guess we can't have home runs from our pitchers every single game, just like Miguel Batista did in the game before. That would have been pretty sweet, but that's not what happened. Alright, Pete Harnish, the batter now, full count. Oh, and we strike out the pitcher. So are you from around Minnesota, since you're a Twins fan? I would guess you are, but who knows. People don't always cheer for the team that's, you know, in their hometown. Gotcha. Ha! You answered my question before I even asked it. That's some brain work right there. Like, right, Mark McLemore 1 and 2. Oh, that's 2 hits for McLemore in this game. Come on, guys, we need to keep that at 1-0 so we can come back. Alright, so we lost Oil Can Boyd to an injury. That's not gonna be a super bad one because that's yellow here. So I guess I'm gonna go with Gabe White. He's fully rested. He has a lot of stamina, so he can eat some innings. And that sucks. Oh boy. Alright, McLemore with the steal. Now Luis Gonzalez, the batter, 2 and 2. And Calderon gets it, so we're out of the inning, but we lost Oil Can Boyd to injury. Oh, those injuries. You gotta love them. Alright, so Pete Arnish still pitching. Marquise Grissom is the batter now to get us started in the bottom of the third. 2-0. Oh, that's it weekly. And it's cut easily by Abreu. 1 out. That brings up Todd Ainey to bat. 0-1 to Todd Ainey. That was a terrible pitch to hit, buddy. And that's probably why you're out. No, Ivan Calderon is... Calderon has not had a good series against the Astros. His batting average is down to only 407. 2-0. Oh, that's a hit. Yeah, gotta trade those injuries, right? You can't have a clear injury list on the bottom right. You need to have a few names in there just to keep you honest, I guess. But I started the season with a lot more injuries than that. I'm doing pretty good now. But that's gonna suck. Oil Can Boyd is my only veteran in my starting rotation, and my young guys, except for Rosado, have been struggling, so I have no idea who I'm going to put in there. Mark Whitten is next. Oh, we have a steal attempt by Calderon, and they got him. Oh boy. Alright, so Jeff Bagwell and his scary ratings against lefties. 3-1, and he walks. Although, like I said, there's only the cross next to Oil Can Boyd's name was yellow or orange, if you prefer. So usually that means it's not gonna be a very severe injury, or it's gonna be like one of those day-to-day injuries that he can play through for months or whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. Junior Felix, and Calderon catches that. Oh god, I hope I don't have to put Mahler in the rotation. That's Mahler has actually been doing okay, not great, okay as a reliever, but as a starter, that's gonna be terrible. I might put Dea in. Depends who the GM would recall as well. But yeah, I knew coming into this season that the pitching would be the end of me. I don't have good pitching. I mean, my offense is not world beaters, but at least I have a little bit of everything. I have a tiny bit of power. I have some speed. I have a couple guys that can hit for average and everything. But my pitching is terrible, 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 terrible. Now, what sucks is the GM from last year had acquired Terry Mulholland, and I would love to have Terry Mulholland on my team right now, but they didn't keep him. Alright, so bases are juiced, 2 outs, and the pitcher is now at the deck, Pete Arnish, 1-0. Oh god, that's a hit. Oh boy. It is 3-0 for the Astros thanks to a timely hit by the pitcher Pete Harnish, who just got a 2-run single. Bobby Abreu is next, 3-1 to Abreu, and he walks, and the bases are loaded again. That's not good. Come on, Gabe. Give me a... I needed you to give me a couple innings, not allow a couple runs. I think you got that all mixed up. Yeah, my offense overall, lately I've been stifled a little bit, but during a season it's going to happen to any team regardless. That's baseball for you. But overall my offense has not been too bad. I've been able to hold my own there. It's really my pitching. Doran is a good batter for that. Yes, he hits and run a little bit more because he doesn't strike out much. So Billy Doran is great for that. With the season that Calderon has right now, I'm starting to wonder if I shouldn't maybe look at that as well, because he's playing pretty good. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot of... I mean, I usually don't try to do too much hit and run with Grissom and the Shields because they usually follow each other in the lineup and they steal a lot. Sanchez started this season not too bad, but he's been struggling lately. He's having problems with making good contact. So I am a little bit more reticent with him to do that. At least right now. That's something I might need to go and change a little bit. Now, because I have a few newcomers, right? Ray Sanchez is new to my team. Billy Doran is new to my team. Blankenship is pretty much new to my team as well, but he's just my utility player, so I don't really care. But yeah, that's I might need to revisit that because I said it at the start of the season, so I'm gonna need to look into that again. That's a good point. Alright, so Billy Doran just walks, so that's good. And now Ray Sanchez is the batter. That's it. Ugh. And we're out. Alright. Yeah, I think it's Thunder after all. Unless there's another big truck. I don't live on a street where there's many big trucks that go through. So it's probably Thunder. Besides, I live in the Midwest, so, you know, we have tornadoes and that's tornadoes and storm season. That's just normal. I just hope I don't lose power. That would suck. If I disappear all of a sudden, you're gonna know why. What's Derek HOU's? Don't forget I'm French, so sometimes I don't always get references, or... I mean, my English is not too bad, but I don't always get expressions and everything. And if I don't think I have heard of Derek HOU's, so feel free to enlighten me. Oh, Blankenship with the it. Okay, I see what it is. So just huge wins. Well, we get that a lot too. Alright, oh god, Gabe White. I'm gonna keep Gabe White in. I'm gonna try for one more inning out of him. Ugh. Yeah, not a big fan of tornadoes here. It's funny because I'm from Canada, so, you know, you throw a blizzard at me, some ice storms and everything, and I'm like, meh. And here people freak out. It's like, you know, there's no milk and bread at the store and everything because they said that it might snow or something, and I'm like, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, tornadoes I don't do very good with. I'm still not acclimated. All right, so I think we got a run here. No, Blankenship stops at third. Well, that would kind of make sense with what Twins 34 said, because if it's really like 100 miles long and everything, it's kind of like a straight line. I would think maybe that's where it got that name, but I had never heard that term either. All right, come on, Annie, give me a hit. All right, Grissom steals. That's good. So we have runners on second and third. Oh, full count on Annie. Oh, came back from 0-2 to draw the walk here. That's pretty cool. All right, so bases are juiced. There's one out, and I have my MVP candidate at bat here. It cannot get any better than that. 1-0. And that's it to center. That falls in. Awesome. Oh, not awesome. I think they got him at home. Yeah. Crap. All right, so it's 3-1. We score a run, but we also got an out. All right. All right, Mark Whitten, we need a good hit from you here. 1-2. Ugh. Whitten has also been struggling lately. Yeah, it's like, you know, why is the wind destroying my shit? You know, go somewhere else. In the town that I used to live in before, it was still in the Midwest, we had a tornado coming for our house, and we got lucky. The tornado just lifted right before it got into our neighborhood, so we only got fence damage instead of like losing everything. So that was kind of scary. But yeah, just fence. I'll take fence damage over, you know, losing everything I own. That's a good trade-off, I think. White has not been pitching all that well, but I need innings. I have a lot of tired relievers. Yes, Jerome Nollet, they are very scary indeed. And you can tell where I live, you can tell when there's going to be a tornado. The sky kind of turns kind of like a greenish hue to it. And when you see that, you know that there's probably going to be a tornado later that day. I learned that from my girlfriend, by the way. I had no idea. Might have to pull you here. Yeah, real severe earthquakes can definitely be scary for sure. But a lot of the times here we sometimes have small ones and I don't even feel them, but we're talking like really small ones. Those are not scary. You don't like go and hide for those. Alright. Come on, man, you can do it. Oh yeah. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna pull Gabe White. He did what I wanted him to do. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, 3-1 to Charles Johnson. So yeah, where I live, we have tornadoes, of course. During winter, we have ice storms. We don't get a whole lot of snow, but we do get ice storms here. We get flash floods. You know, all of that cool stuff. Not really. I don't like none of that. I can deal with ice storms on the personal level, but people around here freak out too much, and it's kind of dangerous because of others, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think it's in 2000 there was a giant ice storm in Quebec, and like it was massive even for us. We couldn't deal with it very good. People got trapped in their houses for weeks. Some people died because of that. Oh yeah, I mean I can deal with snow. Snow never bothered me except for shoveling it. It sucks, but yeah, if I have the choice between ice, driving on ice or driving on snow, give me snow all day long. Ice is very tricky to deal with, for sure. Plus, you know, here we don't get a lot of stuff like that, so we're not really well equipped to take care of it. Like, I'm talking about, you know, plowers and stuff like that. So it kind of sucks. All right. What am I gonna do here? Gabe White needs to be pulled. Top of the 7th. I think I'm gonna bring Barbary in. Hopefully he's had time to think during the game about how he's not been playing all that well lately. Alright. I think I'm gonna go with Dea again. He didn't pitch all that much last time out, so hopefully he can give me an inning or two. That would be... Oh! I got distracted. No, that sucks. Well, it was recorded here. You saw it live. I made a mistake. It happens. Alright, I was trying to do a double switch and I screwed up. Alright, it happens. Yeah, exactly. Alright, 2-2 on Micklemore. Exactly, when you're used to drive on snow, which obviously I'm from Canada, so surprise, surprise, doesn't bother me. But, you know, there's a threat of a tornado and I'm cowering in the corner of my room with my cat. We have 4 cats. I'm saying that we have 4 cats. There's one of the cats that's really terrified of storms. So whenever there's thunder and everything, he hides under the bed. That's why I said that. I guess that needed a little bit of context. All right. Oh, that was a nice play, but that's still it. Come on, get out of that. My pitching is killing me. My kingdom for a good pitcher. Oh no. It just gets worse. Maybe if I close my eyes next time that I press buttons, it's gonna go better. If I don't see it, it's not happening, right? Oh. Blowers is next, man. Alright, it showed that I got there after the runner, but it says it's out. I'm good. Yeah, the Astros get 2 more here. Alright, so I screwed up earlier, so I am now going to... Yeah, and because I screwed up, I also lost Barbary. That sucks. Oh, another good hit by Rivera. That's gonna be extra bases. That's okay. I know that there's managers in baseball that have made stupid mistakes before too. But yeah, I'm not too proud of that. Marquise Grissom is 1-1. Oh god, that's it right at first. And he's out. Alright, so we got runner on third with 1 out. 3-2 to Todd Ainey. And he walks. I'll take it. So he takes the double play, but Ivan Calderon is the batter. He's 2 for 2. 1 out, runners on first and third, 2-1. And that's it to oh, come on. Carry. Oh, yeah. All right, so we put 3 on the board with 1 swing. It is now 5-4. We're going to make this interesting at least. So Ivan with another long ball here. The renaissance of Ivan Calderon is, man, it's not stopping. We're almost, no, not almost, we're getting close to middle of June and he's still hitting for like 416. That's crazy. All right, full count to Mark Whitten. And he walks. All right. Come on, Johnson. 1-0. Boo! Alright, so that's, yeah, they got the lead runner, so we still have a runner on first, but there's 2 outs now. Billy Doran is the batter. 0-2 to Billy, and he struck out. He doesn't strikes out very often, but he did now. We are now to within 1 run. Okay, I'm gonna go with Kerrigan because they have a few lefties here and a switch hitter. Alright, Kerrigan, come on, man. Steve Finley is the pinch hitter here. Full count on Steve Finley. He's tired. Maybe he's too tired to hit well. Oh, and he's out. Alright, 1 out. Bobby Abreu is next. And he's out as well. 2 outs. Mark McLemore has himself a game. 2 for 4. Pretty good game. He stole at least a base that I remember as well. 2-2 to McLemore. It's it to third. Blankenship with the throw, and he's out. Alright. So Kerrigan keeps me in the game here. And Brian Anderson is going to be pitching for the Astros now. I have Ray Sanchez at bat. Come on, man. That's it to second. Ugh. Ray Sanchez, for the first month and a half of the season, was a 320 hitter, but it's been pretty tough for him at bat lately. I guess that makes sense because he was never a great hitter in real life either. Right, 1-2 to Blankenship, and that's it. Oh, that's a hit. I thought it was gonna get cut, but no. You know what? I do have a left-handed batter on the bench now. So let's bring him. Alright. Dino the Shields comes in as a pinch hitter. Runner on first, 1 out. 1-1 to the Shields. And that's it to center for a hit. Oh. Alright, so we're going to play it safe. Stay at second. Right, there's runners on first and second with 1 out. Marquise Grissom is next. Yeah, he's 1 for 4 in this game. Come on, Marquise. 1-2. Ugh. They got the lead runner. It's not, at least it's not a double play, but now we have 2 outs with runners on first and third with Todd Ainey at bat. No count on Ainey. Ugh. That's so disappointing. I was so close. So close. It's still 5-4. We need to shut them down in the 9th to have a shot. I think I'm gonna keep the shields in. Let's not screw up again. There you go. Right, Luis Gonzalez is the first batter to face John Doris here in the 9th. And that's it. That I need for you to shut them down. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Jeff Bagwell is next. No count. That's it to right, but right at Witten. Well, right at him. He had to run low, but he did catch it. And we see a nice picture of Brad Wilkerson right there on the board. And also a Molson Export, which is a beer. Hey, Junior Felix, in case you don't know nothing about Canadian beers, just in case. Oh, God. So they stole second. Gonzalez stole second. So runner on second, 1 out, 0-1. That's it. Oh, crap. I need better pitching. 6-4. The score, so Houston scored again, so still only 1 out, and they're stealing again. Charles Johnson is not able to throw anybody out. So the same player beat his own record. What is it now? So it was 39 earlier, so what? How many did he hit now? Well, small increments, but still beating his own record. That still counts. 2-2 to Santangelo. Alright, so we get out of the 9th here, but the Astros add one more run. It's 6-4. We're gonna have to give it our everything here to not get swept in that 3-game series. 2-0 to Calderon. Oh, that's it. All right, we'll take it. All right, 1 runner at a time. yeah, a lot of people think that, still think that about Canadians. Now, poutine is not strange. It is delicious, and I miss it so much. My girlfriend didn't care for it, but I love poutine, I really do. And I know that it sounds gross when you just explain what it is. It's basically French fries with cheese curds and brown gravy, and it's delicious. Well, that's... So Josh Curtis at this rate might end up in the Hall of Fame, especially since you're in the 40s now. So hitting 30 home runs a season is pretty good in those years. That's when power started to creep in into the game. Well, it started a little bit earlier than that, but oh, Mark Whitten here ties the game with a blast. Oh yeah. And it is 6-6. I have no relievers to go into extra innings. So Charles Johnson, if you can hit me a homer here, I'd like it pretty much. He's not. 1-1. Or is he? Walk off, Charles Johnson. They didn't show the... They fixed it. They didn't show the achievement. The achievement when you were walking off used to come while the pitcher was still pitching, so you knew that you were walking off. But they fixed it. It showed up after. What a comeback for this game! That was awesome. That was awesome. Like I said, my offense is usually not too bad. It's my pitching that's killing me. All right. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I like winning in that fashion. Maybe not every single game because it makes it redundant, but that we looked like we were going nowhere. We lost the first two games of the series. Then we came close. John Doris allowed that one run in the ninth. It didn't look all too good for us, but there we are. So my stupid mistake with wasting a roster player didn't cost us after all. I feel a bit better about that. Oh wow, Albert Bell is unstoppable. He's now at 34 games against 34 games with a hit straight. That's pretty good. How many championships was it for the San Francisco Saints, FJ? Was it their first as well? My girlfriend does the same thing as you. She does that with her fries as well. Not all fries. She does that with Wendy's fries more than any others. Right, let's advance the day. Alright, so Alright, so the next stream, so it's gonna be against the Mets, which the Mets are gonna be a tough opponent to be politically correct, but it looks like it's a 4-game series. So depending on when I'm going to come live next, I might split it into two games sessions. 4 games might be pushing it. It depends on what day it's gonna be. Maybe I'm gonna try to do it on Wednesday. Wednesday I'm gonna be working from home, so I'm gonna have like more time because I don't have to drive home from work. So I might save it for Wednesday and try to do the 4 games all at once. So I usually don't schedule much of my stuff, but let's try to do this on Wednesday. So those of you that are here that want to come and join me, I'm gonna go ahead and do this on Wednesday, and I'm gonna try to play all 4 games. If I see that I can't, I might stop after the second one. So I'm gonna give myself that little escape possibility, but I'm gonna try to do the 4 games. I'm gonna do that on Wednesday. 2nd championship win, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for today. So lots of talking. I like that. I like to talk about all kinds of stuff. I like to talk about games, baseball. We even talked about the weather and made it interesting, for crying out loud. So that's pretty interesting. So thank you everybody for joining in. I enjoyed that very much. And if you want to come back on Wednesday, let's see, I'm Central Time, around 3:45 ish Central Time. I'm gonna try and get on to do that 4-game series against the Mets. Usually I wouldn't really schedule it ahead of time like that, but since it's gonna be a 4-game series, I'm gonna do that. So feel free to stop by if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. I'm not gonna get upset or cry or anything. But yeah, so I hope you all have a great rest of your day, if it's your weekend as well, like most people. Well, good rest of your weekend as well. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you.